Hello everyone, my name is Vanina Mangano from the PM Instructors, and I'm going to take you through a quick overview of the PMISP application requirements. You do have to have a certain number of hours of experience and background in order to qualify to take this exam. So let me take you through those qualifications. Here on your screen you have two categories that you may fall in, and it's according to the highest level of education attained. In terms of your background, you either fall in this top category here or you fall in this category. If the highest level of education attained is a high school diploma, an associate's degree, or the global equivalent, then you must meet these requirements here. Over the past 5 consecutive years, you must have accrued a minimum of 5,000 hours in project scheduling. So you must have worked on project scheduling related activities across various projects, or it could be one long project, but it must total a minimum of 5,000 hours. So although it says PM experience up here, that experience is referring to scheduling experience. Next, the other requirement you must meet in this first category is that you must have accrued a total of 40 contact hours, or a minimum of 40 contact hours. This is referring to formal training, and this training must be scheduling related. So if you took a PMI SP exam prep class, all of the hours of that class would count as your contact hours. If you took a PMP exam prep class, which is another credential that the Project Management Institute offers, then all the hours that relate to scheduling would count here. So if it was a 35-hour class but you only spent 5 hours on the topic of scheduling, then you will have accrued 5 contact hours towards this credential. In the next category, if your highest level of education attained is a bachelor's degree or a global equivalent, or if you have anything higher like a master's degree, you still fall in this category. The number of hours of experience and contact hours does go down. Over the past 5 consecutive years, you must have accrued a minimum of 3,500 hours in project scheduling. In terms of contact hours, it still means the same thing, but the total number of hours does go down to 30. So you must have a minimum of 30 hours. And one thing I didn't mention is that there is no time constraint in terms of these contact hours like there is for the experience. So if you took a scheduling related class, let's say 10 years ago, it would count as your contact hours. You must be able to prove that you took that class and you completed it successfully if your application is audited though, so keep that in mind. A few quick notes down here. The hours may overlap, so if for instance you worked on 2 projects that overlapped, that occurred at the same time, many of us do have to do that from time and again, then of course all the hours on those projects would count, given that they're within that 5-year time constraint. You must document that experience on your application, and this is the most time-consuming piece of that application, is documenting these hours, which you'll do by project. Make sure that you focus on the scheduling specific activities when you describe what you did within that project. They're interested in your scheduling experience as opposed to the details of the project. Well, that concludes this quick overview of the PMISP qualifications in terms of the applications. I hope that you've enjoyed this informational sessions and that I've answered some of your questions.